Hey everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I'm Amanda from Amanda the Biblio, and today we are doing my Phase Out Your TBR Phase 14 Pile of Possibilities. So I do want to start by saying that I'm sorry if you can hear movement and or the fan in the background. The baby is currently sleeping very fitfully, but I wanted to get this filmed while I had the chance, and I had the fan off, but it was just way too quiet in this house and I was going to lose my mind, so I had to turn it back on. So I really hope that you can't hear it, but we'll work with what we got. This readathon is hosted by Krys from Krys's Corner, and the whole point is to phase out whatever TBR you feel like phasing out. It is based on Phase 10, so I will be playing Phase 10. We are on Phase 14, which Krys I think is pulling from a spin-off Phase 10 game right now. So this phase is 2 sets of 3 and a run of 3. So we're just going to get right into this because it's going to take forever. Let me get my original 10 cards. Alright, so here's my original hand. So obviously I have the 2 12s, the 2 1s, and then I have an 8, 9, and 11. So I have 2 wilds and I can use them anywhere, but I need a 12, a 1, or a 10, and I have my phase, which is great. So let's pull our first card. So we have a 6, and I really hope that that is mirroring because it's not where I'm looking. But we have a green 6. Really quick, I play my hand. The discards are all extras, and the phase cards are what actually count. It's just like how I play my regular Phase 10 game. So right now we'll be going over the discards and then we will go over the phase cards. So green 6 is favorite genre. So for this one I'm going to go with She Loves to Cook and She Loves to Eat Volume 5. I'm currently on Volume 4, but because it's partially read, I really want to try to finish it before the end of June, and then I will read Volume 5 in July. So She Loves to Cook, She Loves to Eat is about 2 women who are neighbors. One of them loves to cook, one loves to eat. So the one who loves to cook always cooks way too much food, so she ends up meeting the other neighbor and realizing that she loves to eat, so she ends up sharing meals with her, and if I'm not mistaken, they fall in love. So this manga is a very slice of life. I believe it's going to be a romance. I've had a lot of fun with the first 3 volumes and half of the 4th, so I'm excited to continue. Alright, so the next card is a green 9. So green 9 is High Hopes. So for this one, I'm going to go with Witch Hat Atelier. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's how I was told to pronounce it, and I just haven't had the chance to look it up to kind of teach myself. So hopefully that's right, but I'm going to be reading Volume 1. So this is one that's been recommended to me for so long. I've heard nothing but good things, and I'm really excited to get to it. Can I say that enough? I don't know what it's about, but that's honestly how I just want to go into it, so I can't really give too much about what that one's about. But next up we have a green 4. Obviously all of our discards are going to be green. So green 4 is hard read. And I forgot to mention that Witch Hat Atelier is one of the books that won the poll for Reading Wednesday. And also this next book won one of the polls for Reading Wednesday for July, and that is Pet. This book I just know is going to be a really hard read. I believe that everything I've heard about this book is that it's a really hard read. I don't really know anything about it, but I'm really looking forward to finally getting to it. And then next up we have a blue 12, which gets us the phase. So we have a set of 12, a set of 1, and then we have our run of now 4, which is 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then I will be discarding my last card to be discarded, and that is a red 2. Red 2 is a weapon on the cover. And for this one, I'm choosing another Reading Wednesday book, so glad that I'm getting these on here. But I'm going to be reading Apparently Sir Cameron Needs to Die. Krys just recently DNF'd this book, but they had described it and now I can't remember what it was about. I believe that there's a prophecy that says that Sir Cameron needs to die, so he is going to hide out with somebody. I don't know, it's supposed to be really funny. Like I said, Krys ended up DNFing it. We'll see what I end up thinking about it. I'm going in with kind of low expectations, but also being really excited for what's gonna happen because I could really use some of that just completely outlandish humor. So now that we have our phase, we will go through the phase and choose the cards. When I come up to a wild, I will roll a d6 to figure out how many cards I'm adding. So we will start with the 2 red 12s, and red 12 is 5 or more words in the title. So the first one, again, another Reading Wednesday book, and that will be So this is Ever After. I've read from this author before and I enjoyed it, so I'm really looking forward to reading more from them. Shocker, I don't know what this one is about. I just know that I've enjoyed the author before and I'm really looking forward to reading more from them. But that's for the first 12. So for the other read 12, we are going to go with Backstage Night with the Billionaire. Now, this is a book that was on my TBR last month and probably the month before, let's be real. This is by one of my favorite authors, and this is another one that I know nothing about going in, but it's an author that I trust with pretty much anything, so I'm willing to give it a chance. I have this out from the library. I had to renew it once already, and I really don't want to have to do it again, but we'll see when I get to it. Then we had a blue 12, and that is a name in the title. I probably should have mentioned that these are all books that I have put on Pile of Possibilities before. So they're like my summer hopefuls, my TBRs that I've made for different challenges. They are books that I have put on previous Phase 10 games, stuff like that. Hopefully I can get through most of these. But for this prompt, I'm going to be reading Comey Can't Communicate Volume 2. I need to read volumes 3 and like 14 or something for Beanie's summer camp, so I definitely need to read volume 2. I'm so glad I'm fitting a lot of like graphic novels and manga on here because I haven't played my Phase 10 yet for July, and I'm scared. Next up we have a blue 1, and that is mostly one color. For that one I will read If I Never Met You. This obviously is mostly one color. It's also on my Beanie's summer camp. I also realized that I have not been saying what the last few books are about. This one is about a woman who discovers that her ex's girlfriend is pregnant, and they all work together, or at least he works with her, so she ends up asking one of the other co-workers to pretend to date her so that she can show that she has moved on, I'm assuming, and he agrees to it because he needs to impress his boss so he can probably get a promotion. He agrees to fake date her, and obviously they are going to fall in love, and I'm excited about it. Then we have a green 1, and for that it is Random Letter. So I'm going to use a spinner wheel to generate a letter. Okay, so I have the wheel on here, I think. So I'm going to spin it and I'll let you know what I get. Okay, so I ended up getting an L. So for this one, I'm going to read Legends and Lattes, the graphic novel. I got this as an ARC on NetGalley, so now would be the perfect time to get that off of my TBR. And then we had the first Wild. So I'm going to roll my d6 to see how many prompts to add. Alright, so I ended up getting a 4. So first up we have a green 6, which is favorite genre. So for this one, I'm going to read Horimiya Volume 3. This is a high school romance between two characters. I believe that they are the type of characters that at school they are portrayed one way, but then at home they are completely different, and they end up like figuring out that the other person is different at home, so they end up befriending each other. And then obviously it becomes more. This is one that I'm actually really excited to continue on with, so I'm glad I was able to fit it on here, and it was also on my Beanie's summer camp, so perfect. And then next up we have a blue 11, and for that one it is single POV. So for this one I will be reading The Dead of Summer. This one is about a teenager. His mom is now cancer free, so they go on a vacation and there's something in the water, I think is the general premise. I'm really excited about this. Then we have a skip. So for this, I'll be rolling a d8 to figure out which skip prompt I get. Alright, so I rolled a 5, and for that it is to read outside, which works out perfect because I have to read a book entirely outside for her kid, so maybe I can knock that prompt out right now as well. And then we have a green 7, and for that it is even page number, and a manga would be best for this because they are almost always even pages, at least on Storygraph. So for this I will go with Comey Can't Communicate Volume 4, and Storygraph has it listed as 188 pages. So it ends in an even page. Now that was the 4 cards for the Wild. So now moving on, we start the Run, which we start with a green 8. And for that one it is prologue or epilogue. So for this one I will be going with A Dangerous Path. This is the 5th book in the Warriors series, and I really do need to finish this. So this has a prologue. I honestly didn't check if there was an epilogue, and I don't want to be spoiled for anything, so I'm not going to. But it works for prologue, so yeah. This is about a cat who was raised in a human home and ends up running away and living in the forest with one of the 7 clans of cats. I still believe it's 7. I think it's 7. I said 7 in another video, and I'm hoping that's correct. Then we have a red 9, and for that one, it is colorful cover. For that one, I will read Problematic Summer Romance, mostly because I'm nervous about this and I'd like to get it out of the way. I'm nervous. This is an age gap romance, which is not my favorite. It follows a character that was mentioned in one of the other books, one of the other, like, STEMinist novels, I think that's what people call them. I don't remember which one, and I don't remember how she related to everybody, and I believe he does as well. Like, I think he might be a professor or something. I don't know. They end up going on vacation and romance, but I'm nervous. I don't really love age gaps, so we'll see. But next up we have another wild, so I'm rolling this d6 again and hoping for a small number. Alright, we got a 3, which is not bad. Could have been worse. So first up we have a green 10. And green 10 is disability or mental health rep. So for this one I will read Cinderella's Bargain with the Billionaire, also by one of my favorite authors. This one has Potts rep, which is also own voices, so I'm really excited to get into it. Do I know what it's about? No, it's by one of my favorite authors. Of course, it's going on my TBR. Next up, we have a yellow 10, and for that, it is new to you author. So for this one, I will be going with Dungeons and Drama. This was a Reading Wednesday from before that I did not get to, and it's on my 12 friend. I believe that our main character gets in trouble and ends up having to go work at her parents' board game shop, and while there, she meets somebody that I think also works there, but ends up getting kind of into his D&D stuff. Next up, we have a blue 10, and for that, it is a 5-star prediction. So for this one, I'm going to go with Soul Eater. I wanted to read it last month. I did not end up getting to it. It's fine. I hope to read it this month, and I need to make sure to make it a priority so that I can have it read, and Charlotte will stop yelling at me. Just kidding. She'll just stop yelling at me about that book and find another one to yell at me about, which I'm okay with. But the last prompt that we have for this is a blue 11 that is upside down, and for that it is single POV. So for this one I'm going to go with Dinosaur Sanctuary Volume 1. I am really excited about this. It's going to be a great time, and I'm pretty sure that we only follow the one character and just all the dinos. This one is about a character who ends up working at a dinosaur sanctuary, and honestly I'm sold after that, but also Krys and Lorna both have absolutely loved this, so I'm here for it. I'm ready to dive into it. And that's that. I think I got everything, I hope. But anyway, that is that for this video. I do hope that you enjoyed. Comment down below with any books that you are planning on reading for Phase Out Your TBR, or if you are not participating for one, you should check it out. It's a lot of fun. But also, just comment down below with the book you plan on reading in July. If you don't feel like chatting, feel free to leave dino emojis in honor of Dinosaur Sanctuary finally being put on a TBR. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!